Welcome to Baltimore, Maryland, here on Crab Radio. This is the Baltimore Crabs Radio Network as Baltimore takes on San Francisco tonight. Here on the SFL Network on Twitch, trying to keep their undefeated season alive. San Francisco's Joseph Redfeather and James Cooley are poised for the upset. 1-3 Bulldogs, 4-0 Crabs next from Wayland Corporate Field in Baltimore, Maryland, right here on the SFL Network. And on Crab Radio, let's send it down to the field for tonight's coin toss.
Good season. Let's do this.
Bulldog, you'll make the selection. What is the call?
Give us tail.
Tail it is.
We'll kick.
Bulldog has won the toss and select a kick.
San Francisco wants to put their new-look defense on the field first. The Baltimore Crabs against the San Francisco Bulldogs. And we are ready. Kick to the 8, Baltimore on the return, past the 20 to the 26-yard line. And we start our football game tonight with the crab call. Vertigo T Paternity, thanks for following us on Twitch now. 57 followers. 11 at the start of the season. First play of the game is going to be a pass from Mike Dazzo. No, he's going to be sacked. A loss of 7 on the play. So Baltimore starts the game off in a not so nice way, pushed back to the 19-yard line.
Second and 16. Ball at the 19-yard line.
It's bobblehead night here at Wayland Corporate Field. Henry Hidner, Eddie Gage, Demetrius Outdent bobbleheads for all the fans to enjoy. Elliott Snyder's first carry of the game is for 1 yard. Tackle made by Russell, 3rd and 16. Baltimore. Crabs in their home navy blue helmets and jerseys with the gold pants. White numbers. San Francisco in the road. Dark blue helmets, white jerseys, blue pants, blue numbers, and orange trim. 5 wide receiver set for Dazzo. He drops back to throw. Dazzo needing a lot for a first down. That pass is intercepted. Intercepted by Russell on the sideline. And San Francisco puts the shocker on Wayland Corporate Field to start the game, and yet another slow start for quarterback Mike Dazzo. And San Francisco's defense, which acquired Andrew Ball over this week's practice days, letting Freeman Goodspeed go to Dallas. The new-look defense impresses on the first play, and the handoff goes for 3 yards, to the 32-yard line. Michael Urban on the carry. So now it's time for Baltimore's defense to shape up. Joseph Redfeather is the quarterback for San Francisco. Leads the league all-time in passing yards. Redfeather back to throw. And his pass down the field is incomplete. A wide-open tight end unable to make the play. Lions in coverage, and San Francisco nearly turned the ball over there. 3rd down and 7. Joseph Redfeather all-time, 7,931 yards. Needed 69 here tonight to be the first quarterback to ever throw for 8,000 yards in an SFL career. He leads the league all-time in touchdowns with 60 and has 632 completions, also number 1 all-time. 3rd down and 7 at the 32. 4 receivers for San Francisco, back to pass. Pressure, Redfeather escapes. Down the middle, the pass is incomplete. So off the interception, San Francisco goes 3 and out. And the Bulldogs will have to settle for, well, they may punt the football away. It would be a 49-yard kick, and San Francisco's going to punt it away. So how about the Baltimore Crabs defense off the interception in near score position, give up no points as San Francisco will try to pin the Crabs deep, and this kick is rather poor, goes out of bounds at the 13-yard line. So a huge win for Baltimore's defense as San Francisco does nothing with it.
First and 10 from your crowd, 14-yard line.
Down! Sit.
First and 10 to the 13 now. They turn and hand to Snyder. And Elliott Snyder picks up 3 to the 17-yard line. Baltimore Crabs offense includes Mike Dazzo, number 7 at quarterback, number 36 Elliott Snyder at running back, Nick T. Quick and Demetrius Outdat are the receivers. Snyder trying to pick up his first double-digit carry of the game, picks up 5, brings up 3rd down and 2 at the 21-yard line. San Francisco's new look defense. Cornerbacks are Andrew Ball and Marcus Dorsett. On the defensive line, 2 defensive ends, Randall Watts and Jordan Gray. Linebacker is Gage Wilson, and Ahmad Arrington is in the secondary. 3rd and 2 at the 21. Dazzo, 3-step drop back to pass. Wide open is Nick T. Quick, who gets the first Crabs first down of the game, a gain of 9 yards out to the 30. Easy pitch and catch there from Nick Quick. Baltimore is 4-0, undefeated this season. Looking to improve on their perfect season. Crabs have won by 3 points in overtime, by 10, by 17, and by 11. Dazzo turns and hands to Snyder, and Snyder is tackled by Dorsett, a gain of 4 up to the 34-yard line. San Francisco's run defense coming into tonight, best in the SFL, or second best in the SFL, 81.3 yards per game given up. Their defense, 364 yards a game given up, is second, again, only to Grand Rapids. 3 receivers set for Dazzo on a 2nd and 6 from the 34. And Dazzo has time, fires down the middle, and wide open Nick T. Quick again for another Crab first down, and Quick is off to a quick start with 2 grabs, and 2 relatively easy ones at that. Quick making a name for himself here early in the ball game. First and 10 to the 46, 2 receivers. Dazzo back to pass, swings it outside again, wide open. Demetrius Outdat this time moves the chains for a Crab first down to the San Francisco 43. Mike Dazzo taking advantage of some soft coverage. San Francisco's defense 5th in the league in passing yards allowed, 283 per game. So Quick with 2 grabs, Dazzo with 1 grab. Here on this second possession after Baltimore started this game horrendously. Again, 5 wide receivers for Dazzo. Going down the field. Caught it! Nick T. Quick, his 3rd of the drive. First down, Crabs to the Bulldog 24. Man, Nick Quick has come out fired up. Look at the coverage that San Francisco had on that pass. First down to the 24-yard line. Three receivers, Snyder in the backfield for Baltimore. Trying to put the first points up on the board tonight. Draw play to Snyder. Snyder gets away. Snyder past the 20 in the open field. Snyder to the 10, his best run of the day, averaging 5.2 yards a carry. First down, Baltimore. Snyder finally found some room to the outside. And once he gets into the open field, he's one of the most dangerous running backs, if not the most dangerous running back in the SFL. And just like that, Baltimore is 10 yards away from their first touchdown of the night. Dazzle will go I formation, 4-3-4 look for San Francisco. Hand off to Snyder, trying to bounce it outside, and again missing or breaking tackles, but Snyder is brought down to the line of scrimmage, no gain. 2nd and 10, Cox on the tackle. Second down, 10. After Snyder's run went for nothing, he takes a toss to the right-hand side, and he lost 3. Tackle made by Ahmad Arrington. Arrington and Ball, who both played on the Dallas Stars last year, were part of a playoff team in Dallas, now with San Francisco. 3rd down and 13 now at the 13. Baltimore can get a first down, but only inside the half-yard line. Empty backfield, 5 wide once again for Baltimore. They've used that look quite often tonight. And Dazzo going to the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore! Who dat? Out dat! Six nothing Crabs. Dazzo, pretty ball, right over the coverage, and fireworks aplenty here in Maryland. So how about that for a second drive for Baltimore? After Dazzo threw an interception on his first drive, they counter back with a touchdown. San Francisco still no first downs. That extra point, slow developing, but it's good. And with 6:18 to go in the first quarter, it's San Francisco nothing and Baltimore 7. Crabs broadcast, 96.1 WBCR The Drive. And that was a heck of a drive for Baltimore, bouncing back from the bad interception, and that is your Geico drive of the game. Huge statement made by Baltimore that their first drive was not the norm. Geico, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance, an official partner of the Baltimore Crabs.
First and 10.
6:13 to go in the first quarter. This Bulldog offense now has only 4 stars. Michael Urban is almost non-existent at running back. Joseph Redfeather is the quarterback. Wide receiver James Cooley, number 19. And look at this from Michael Urban. Urban picks up 9 on a toss play. A lot of room to run. Michael Urban, no, that's Mike Simpson, wide receiver, who is shaken up on the play. Boy, I thought that was Michael Urban. Xavier Brunson, another star for San Francisco at the tight end position. And awkwardly, Simpson went down on his knees, playing press coverage with Michael Sims. And with an already depleted wide receiving core with good speed headed to Dallas, last thing San Francisco needs is Mike Simpson going out. Second down and 1 at the 39 for San Francisco. And they will hand it off on a counter to Michael Urban, and Urban is still on his feet but lost a yard. Tackle made by Joe Lynn, and it's 3rd down and 2. San Francisco's 6th offensive play coming up. Looking to move the chains for the first time.
3rd and 2 from the Bulldog, 39 yards.
I formation with Cooley to the top of the screen. Red Feather will pass for it. A quick pass out of the backfield, Michael Urban, and he has enough for a first down. Nifty play. It looked like Freeman Goodspeed, or check that, my apologies. James Cooley was going to just go on a quick route, and Red Feather was going to hit him for the first down, but instead they mix it up, swing it outside to Urban, and that gives San Francisco
1st and 10.
the ball at the 41. Now 3 wide receiver look for the Bulldogs. 3 down linemen for Baltimore, showing possibly an outside blitz here. They will come with it. Michael Urban will run right into it, bounce it outside, and then a big hit by Michael Sims for no gain. Just when you thought Urban was going to break it, Sims there to make the tackle. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for San Francisco. Crabs have just 1 home game left. Of course, they are likely to host a first-round playoff game. But their last regular season home game is Sunday, August 31st versus the Grand Rapids Rollers. Kickoff is here at Wayland Corporate Field at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on the SFL Network and on Crab Radio, 106.9 The Drive. Or 96.1 The Drive, my goodness. Strike 2 for me. 3rd down and 4. For San Francisco. 1 for 2 on 3rd down conversions here in the quarter. 2 receiver set. Cooley top of the screen. That's who the Crabs have to watch tonight. Kenneth Lyons, the one responsible for covering him. And that pass is nearly intercepted, and it falls to the ground incomplete. That's where they were looking to James Cooley, but Baltimore had it all bottled up. And on 4th down for the 2nd consecutive drive, San Francisco will punt it away again. The Crabs take away the first 3 plays of the game. They have looked very sharp here tonight.
Oh yeah, punter. I'm coming. I'm
San Francisco tries to force a 3-way tie for 5th place heading into Week 8. Punt away cleanly. Will be fielded from the 16, and for the 2nd consecutive possession, Baltimore will start from inside their own 20-yard line. Coming up next week, 3 games on the docket, times and dates to be determined as we have to shuffle the schedule around. Baltimore's on a bye. San Francisco will host Kahlua, and for San Francisco, that could be a do-or-die game at home. The defending champs will travel to Dallas to face the Stars, who are now on the brink of elimination. Tie-breaking scenarios pending. New York will travel to Grand Rapids as the Gatlin brothers will face their former team, as the Rollers try to end a 3-game losing streak against one of the league's best. Quick 5-yard catch. Mike Simpson. The injury report came up, but we were not able to see it. 2nd and 5 of the 23 for Baltimore.
2nd and 4 from your crowd, 23-yarder.
down. Screen. Here it comes. Here comes the screen.
Dazzo back to pass. Has time. Pass is... Oh, he dropped it. Pass dropped over the open field by Conrad. San Francisco looked like he had a first down there, and he would have if he would have hung on. It's 3rd and 5.
Third and 4 from your crowd, 23 yards.
Down. Sit.
4 wide receiver set. Dazzo back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Goes deep down the field. Nick Quick again. 5 receptions for Quick in the first quarter. Man, Quick is killing San Francisco right now. Andrew Ball, that's his primary responsibility. He is not having a good game. And Mike Dazzo, a 109.5 rating, has bounced back nicely from that early interception. Dazzo, three-step drop, fires it complete, gain of 4. Once again, Baltimore crosses into San Francisco territory.
Second and 5.
Down. 6. Cover your man, D. Cover your man.
And Dazzo is sacked. Second sack of the game for the Bulldogs. And that, Matt Morton, the defensive tackle, coming in there. And he just bullied his way to Mike Dazzo. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 12 back at midfield.
3rd and 12.
And the only thing helping San Francisco out right now is the pressure getting put on Dazzo. Now 4 wide receivers, 3 even at the top of the screen. Dazzo back to pass, pressure from his backside, fires deep down the field, tipped it incomplete. A nice deflection from San Francisco's defender, Allen. Brad Allen, the 3rd corner on this team, getting his hands on a pass intended for Outdat. He's stretched out to make that play. And it'll bring up the first punt of the game for Baltimore.
Your crowd has selected the punt. Allen is deep to receive.
4th and 12, Crabs to kick it away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Kick is away and nearly blocked. Baltimore caught a break there from the 13, and this has been a game full of bad field position as San Francisco will start for the 15-yard line. Check out the YouTube channel of Jermaine Smith. He is the offensive coordinator for Dallas. And he has been helpfully promoting the Simulation Football League on his website, which is in the chat. He's got a terrific following on YouTube as well. Goes by the tagline of Dark Lord Destro, and we appreciate his enthusiasm for the Dallas Crabs, or the Dallas Stars, and the Simulation Football League as Urban gains nothing. Baltimore Crab fans everywhere are saying, no, don't associate us with Dallas right now. Second down.
2nd and 10. Ball at the 15-yard line.
3 receivers now for Red Feather after Michael Urban stepped out of bounds after no gain. Red Feather throw, swings it short, and off the hands and caught! Oh my gosh, first down, San Francisco! How about that for a top play nominee? Lloyd keeping his wits about him, and that pass originally would not have gone for a first down. And instead it does, as Kenneth Lyons gave him a gift. Joe Lynn on the tackle. Man, oh man, what a break there for San Francisco. 1:20 to go in the first quarter. Crabs 7 and Bulldogs nothing. Baltimore defense playing tight. Red for the back to pass. He nearly was sacked, and then Michael Urban hurdles a defender and is walloped at the 32. It looked like Baltimore's defender stopped because he knew the screen pass was going to be set up, did not want a roughing the passer penalty. There's kind of a weird sequence there for Baltimore's defense.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 from the 32. First quarter winding down here at Wayland Corporate. Some empty seats here in the lower bowl, which is a little surprising. I think these fans may feel like San Francisco does not deserve their attention as Michael Urban is dropped for a 4-yard loss in the backfield, and it'll set up 3rd and long for San Francisco, who is the league's worst running team at 37.3 rushing yards per game. It's honestly shocking it's really that high. 4 receiver set, 4-3 look. Hittner backs off, and Redfeather down the middle, wide open. James Cooley to the San Francisco 47. That's the end of the first quarter. 2 grabs for Cooley in the first 13 minutes of play. This is Crabs Radio, 96.1 The Drive. We'll be back to Wayland Corporate Field after this.
I remember my first time going to the Red Roost. It's where I took my wife on our first date. And though a lot has changed since then, I know I can still go back to the Red Roost, the Eastern Shore's original crab house, and enjoy a meal reminiscent of a simpler time.
The Red Roost all-you-can-eat special includes fried shrimp, clam strips, hush puppies, fries, corn on the cob, fried chicken, and hot steamed Maryland blue crabs.
The original Red Roost Crab House in Whitehaven. Something to crow about.
Another flavor of the Eastern Shore brought to you by Southern Boys Concepts.
The 5th quarter. 60 minutes after the game, when you finish the competition for good. Take in protein, start rebuilding muscle, and stay in the game. He's in the 5th quarter. Are you? Protein to rebuild muscle. Gatorade Recover, part of the G Series.
Baltimore Crab Football 96.1 WBCR The Drive is brought to you by Aquafina, pure water, perfect taste. By Old Bay, Maryland's spice of choice for delicious steamed crabs from the Chesapeake Bay. By Gatorade, is it in you? And by Geico, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. Start of the second quarter from Wayland Corporate. A James Cooley catch, his second of the day, moves the chains for San Francisco. And Michael Urban will take it on a counter and pick up 1. Joe Dazzo, a quiet first quarter. Didn't really say his name at all. Same with Eddie Gage. San Francisco's offense has not been on the field too long. Baltimore holds a touchdown advantage as Michael Urban takes it on a stretch, cuts it back up the middle, and picks up a solid 4 into Crab territory to the 48. And the question is, how consistently can San Francisco move the ball to be able to keep up with Baltimore here tonight? Create a profile on our SFL forums. The link is in the chat room. A place where SFL fans and owners and coordinators can talk SFL on any day, including game day. It's on simulationfl.com. That pass is caught wide open to the 30-yard line. Xavier Brunson, nobody around him. Busted coverage in the Baltimore secondary, and Redfeather delivers the pass through a tight space. I believe Hittner came up with that tackle. The competition this week, Crabs ownership likes to give away money. And the competition pertains to Henry Hittner's stat line. Hasn't done much here in the first quarter, or in the first half. 1st and 10 from the 30. Stretch play Michael Urban. He is wrapped up. Loss of 1. There's Joe. Tackle for loss in the backfield for Joe Dazzo, 2nd and long. Joe Dazzo this year, a bit quiet, 22 tackles, 20 behind the league leader. 7 assisted, 2 sacks, 1 pass defended, no picks. And he has 10 tackles for loss, now 11. Redfeather's pass off the hands of the intended receiver. Whoops. Woodard, the intended target. Fun fact, coming into this week, Joe Dazzo was the only player in the SFL with double-digit tackle for loss. 4 receivers, 3rd down and 11 now for San Francisco. Following the drop. Red Feather back to pass. He's in trouble. And as he goes to the end zone, and it's incomplete. James Cooley was the intended receiver, streaking down the right-hand side of the field. Red Feather just had to get that one away, and once again, San Francisco is stopped. Now, they elected not to kick a 49-yard field goal. This one would be from 48, and it would appear they are going to attempt this one. From the left hash. San Francisco's field goal. Hit the pole! No good! Smack that, give me some more. Smack that, get on the floor. Whacks the pole on the right-hand side. No points on the board for San Francisco. 10:53 to go in the first half, and Baltimore will take over from their own 37. Three receiver Snyder on a counter. Snyder a bit quiet first half. Randall Watts comes away with his second tackle. 2nd down and 9. Virtual Sports Network has all your sports video game news and information. You can join their message boards and an online league or online leagues. If you want to do more than one, Virtual Sports Network, an official partner of the Simulation Football League, as Mike Dazzo just gets it away to Snyder. And he is wrapped up pretty quickly, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. Snyder jawing with Dorsett. Four wide receivers. Dazzo, quick drop back, throws it deep for Quick, and he catches it at the 34. This guy is unbelievable tonight. Had to reach for that one. Dazzo got a little bit too happy about how open Quick was out of the gates. But what a catch for Quick. We see guys often not make that play.
Let's go. Down. Sit. Hey, watch out, watch out. Hey, watch out, watch out.
2 receivers. Dazzo going Quick's direction. He is all by himself. Touchdown, Baltimore. Wow. I mean, fire sale. My goodness. I mean, nobody covered Nick Quick. Next time Mike Dazzo gets interviewed, in the interview the interviewer says, what was the easiest pass you ever made in your pro career? I think he just might say that one. So just like that, off a missed field goal, it's 14-0. Confirmed by that made extra point. San Francisco now will have to put together a drive to stop the bleeding, as that defensive possession was horrendous. Mike Dazzo having himself a night tonight. Elliott Snyder has rushed for 200-plus yards in 4 straight games, but he's not close to that figure so far.
First and 10. From
Counter.
First down of the 27 now for San Francisco.
We back.
Hand off to Urban. Bottled up. Picks up only 2. Henry Hittner there to make the assist. In case you missed some earlier action, man, we've had an incredible week in the SFL. Kahlua comes back from 20 points down, beats Grand Rapids 30-29, second straight 1-point loss for the Rollers. And then Oklahoma City, in a thriller, beat Dallas earlier today 37-24 as Urban is just shy of the first down. First down saving tackle made on the outside. Tight formation on 3rd and 1. Oh, what a hit on the backfield by Kenneth Lyons. Giving Michael Urban a roar and a loss of 3. 4th down, San Francisco. Crabs defense has looked very competitive tonight.
Let's block the play, y'all. Let's go.
From the 31, Crabs on the return up to the 36-yard line. SimulationFL.com has your daily news updates about the Simulation Football League, and you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch.tv channels, all at /SimulationFL. If you notice, we've got some new theme music tonight. Want to touch base on what has happened. We're going to have a press release about it later this evening as Snyder loses a yard. Twitch.tv cracking down on third-party audio in videos, and we actually got 30 minutes of our game yesterday muted due to third-party music. So we aggressively, over the past 3 or 4 days, hunted down music to license, to call our own, to actually pay to create a professional quality broadcast, and we still have some kinks to churn out with the new music, but we hope that you like it and enjoy it as we continue to strive for complete originality as it in terms of our broadcasts and our presentation to you throughout the year. Third down and 8 at the 38. Toss play to Snyder. Snyder gets away just in time to the San Francisco 45. Elliott Snyder has not had his best and brightest first half, but a great run when it matters. Hurdling over Jordan Gray, who was on the ground, keeping the Baltimore drive alive. One touchdown away from cracking this one open.
First and 10 from the 45 yard.
Down. Sit. You're not going nowhere.
2 receivers, both to the bottom of the screen. Dazzo drops back to pass. Pump fake, he's in trouble, and sacked again. Randall Watts this time with the sack. He's got 4 tackles, 2 for a loss. Was picked up a couple of weeks ago off of the free agent list. And he bent the back of Dazzo on that one. 2nd and 16.
2nd and 16. Ball at the 49-yard line.
Down. That felt good. I think I want listen up. Go.
Back at the Baltimore 49. Dazzo out of the shotgun, back to pass. San Francisco rushes 3, and he's sacked again. Randall Watts drinking the cola and smashing it on his head. Back-to-back sacks for Randall Watts, and it's 3rd and long for the Crabs. Watts imposing his will on Dazzo on the last couple of plays.
3rd and 23.
3rd and 24 for Baltimore at the Crab 41. 4 receivers. Snyder still in the backfield, and the Bulldog defense spread out. Dazzo back to pass, trying to get out of a jam, going deep down the field. It's caught, but short of the first down. That is Nick T. Quick again. An electric first half for Quick, but Baltimore's going to end up coming up short. Robert Cox on the last tackle, and the Crabs will have to punt. Fourth down and 3. Crabs will see if they can pin San Francisco inside the 10 for the first time tonight. Hashtag coffin corner. Kick will hop at the 5 and just bounce in the end zone. Heck of an effort by the special teams player to try and scoop that one up. So first down, San Francisco on their own 20. They have not had a particularly awesome first half, but haven't put themselves out of reach either.
1st and 10. From the Bulldog 20-yard.
Down! Set!
Two receivers, I formation. 4:21 to go in the first half, and Red Feather will drop the pass. Red Feather down the middle, caught, gain of 9. Pass complete to Brunson, his second catch of the day. Dan Stevens, Peter O'Keefe, coming up with your first half highlights, stats, and analysis on the SFL, or from the SFL studios in San Antonio, Texas. 2K halftime report right around the corner. Red Feathers, short pass off the hands of the intended receiver. That's his second drop. And San Francisco's drops are hurting him here in the first half. A new record earlier today, 24 live viewers, sitting at 22 right now. We appreciate all your support here in the SFL's 3rd season. It's only going to get better and better. 3rd and 1 from the 29. Two receivers set, top of the screen. And the handoff goes to Michael Urban, and Urban does not get it. Henry Hittner on the tackle for loss, and another big stand from the Baltimore defense, who is playing lights out this evening. San Francisco to punt it away. Bulldogs have not turned the ball over tonight, but just have not been able to get the offense moving. And Baltimore should end up with pretty good field position here. From the 33, Crabs up to the 38. .316 to go in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes from Mike Dazzo. One to Outdat and another to Quick. Outdat's been pretty quiet since then. I think Quick has 7 or 8 catches in the first half. Dazzo back to pass. Dazzo hit as he threw. Incomplete. More pressure, this time by Fiegels. San Francisco putting more pressure on Mike Dazzo than any team has all season long by far.
2nd and 10 from your crowd, 38-yard.
Mike Dazzo this year, in 4 games, sacked just 5 times. He's been sacked 3 times tonight. As Snyder takes a carry and lost 3. Tackle made by Marcus Dorsett, who came in hot on a corner blitz, 3rd and long for Baltimore. And they've been in a little bit, or they've been in one too many 3rd down and long situations this evening. 4 wide receivers, empty backfield. Baltimore's been pretty good on 3rd down tonight. Dazzo's got a pocket down the middle of the field, tipped in, incomplete. Conrad, the intended receiver, and Baltimore will have to punt it away with 2:40 to go here in the first half. San Francisco has loaded up to stop the run, and that has been a fairly positive accomplishment for the Bulldogs tonight.
Punter, I'm coming. I'm blocking this.
Crab's defense has been so lethal, though. From the 24, big hit at the 26-yard line. That's where San Francisco will start with it. Let's take a look at the Motel 6 upcoming schedule. We'll leave the light on for you. Baltimore, next home game isn't for a few weeks. Next week they have a bye, and then we'll travel to New York. A potential first-round playoff matchup, a potential championship game matchup. You know New York's going to want revenge, and they have been unstoppable at Metro Stadium. Baltimore will then host Grand Rapids on August 31st in their final home game. Urban loses 4. That's a look at your Motel 6 upcoming schedule. Brought to you by Motel 6. We'll leave a light on for you. An official partner of the Baltimore Crabs.
We gonna be in your face. Oh, strong left. Got.
4 wide receivers. Red feather to throw on 2nd and long. His pass caught by Cooley. Just shy of the first down. We'll get a replay on this. Cooley looked like he might have had it. Right there, he put the arm out, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Interesting series of events there as they don't give Cooley the first down. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Home to the Crab Call. This is Baltimore Crab Radio 96.1 WBCR, The Drive. 3rd down and inches. And off to Urban, running sideways, and he didn't get it. Wow, Michael Urban. I mean, you got to run into a hole.
Here I come, punter. I'm coming.
I'm surprised San Francisco did not challenge James Cooley's catch was a first down. No timeout being called for Baltimore. They're going to save all 3 for the offensive side of the ball. From the 25-yard line, Crabs return up to the 30. They'll have 1 minute and 9 seconds to work with here. Up on San Fran, 14-0. And off to Snyder. He picks up 3. Interesting play call there for Baltimore. With the time ticking down, they just might be content on this first half score. Dan and Peter, first half highlights, just around the corner. Both teams have all 3 timeouts, but nobody seems to be in a hurry. And off to Snyder, spinning away. First down, and Baltimore says, we can do a little work now. To the 41-yard line, 39 seconds to go in the first half. Crabs need about 25 yards to get into field goal range. 2 receivers. Snyder going to take another carry. And Snyder lost one, and Baltimore's going to go no huddle. Thought they might try Snyder one more time before the first half ended. Hand off to Snyder. They're going to give it to him again. Past the 45, past midfield. First down to the San Francisco 47. About 13 yards outside of field goal range. Down to 14 seconds to go. 12 seconds. They're going to give it to him again. That's kind of a surprise. Snyder. And they don't take that second timeout. Odd series to end the first half, and Baltimore will have to sling it up for a Hail Mary. And we're going to let Dan and Peter make the play call so we can get you to the SFL studios. Actually, we'll keep it right here. Second down and 5 at the 42. Hail Mary formation is on the field for Baltimore. 4 receivers all to the bottom of the screen. 3 down linemen, but San Francisco has gotten pressure on Dazzo tonight. Dazzo fumbled the football. It's recovered by San Francisco. 40, 30, San Francisco is going to score on a fumble recovery to end the half. And a colossal mistake for Baltimore has San Francisco back in this game as Randall Watts forced the fumble. San Francisco on the board. Man, Randall Watts has been playing. He's having a career game right now. First fumble recovery return for a touchdown. I have to look. I don't think it's the first in SFL history, but it is rare. And the Bulldogs' Randall Watts makes a monster play at the end of the half to cut it to a one-score game.
Now the extra point, and it's good.
You're listening to Baltimore Crabs Radio, 96.1 The Drive.
And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Crabs are out in front, 14-7.
Okay, Dan, let's get this halftime show started. What do you have for us?
Well, here's a look at our halftime stats, and as you can see, it paints a pretty clear picture. The Crabs should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponents hang in there with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Russell was in the right place at the right time as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. Midway through the first, the ball at the 14. Number 7 connected with his man on this one. A 13-yard touchdown for the home team. Towards the end of the first quarter, the Crabs winning by 7. Number 7 went up top on the third down play, and he was able to find his man. The Bulldogs, now in the second quarter, number 6 went to work on third down, and he was able to find his man. A 19-yard play that set up a visitor's field goal, but they couldn't connect. The Bulldogs back 7-0. Number 7 is back, and he's pretty much locked in on his wide receiver, and he hits him. A 33-yard touchdown for the home team. The Crabs move ahead by 14. Midway through the second, all at their own 30-yard line. Number 36 got the carry as they stayed on the ground on third down, and he'd make it pay off. Unfortunately, the drive stopped shortly afterwards, and they had to punt it away. Last play of the half, the Crabs winning by 14. Smith would turn the tide here as he would scoop up the fumble and hightail it the other way. And that will do it. The Crabs are holding on to a lead, 14-7.
Nice job, Dan.
The Bulldogs will receive to start the second half, and this is a tight contest. Currently, they're down 14-7. Let's go down to the field.
Despite less than 100 yards in the first half, San Francisco down just 7. We'll be right back. This is Krabs Radio, 96.1 The Drive.
Hi, Tom Bodette, using this streaming music format to fulfill my lifelong dream of being a 50s radio DJ. Here goes. Hey guys and gals, this is Tombo, spinning the platters that matter at number 6 on your motel dial. Get a clean, comfy pad for the best deal you ever had. Just say, we'll leave the light on for you, the phrase that pays. Less. Man, that was fun. Book now at motel6.com or on your smartphone. I'm Tom Bodette, and we'll leave the light on for you.
All right, fellas, we started this thing, and now we're at the top. Everybody's trying to knock us off. It's us versus them. Now we must protect this house. Man, what's he doing here with that? Chill. He's on his squad. Get him out of here. I'm cool. Who will protect this house? I will. Will you protect this house? I will. We must protect this house. I will. Unarmed.
Beautiful day in Baltimore, where most people probably know that Geico could save them money on car insurance, right? You see, the thing is, Geico, well, could help them save on boat insurance too. Hi. Okay, I'm ready to come in now. Hello?
I'm trying my best.
Seriously, I'm serious. Request to come ashore.
Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
Start of the second half here in Baltimore, and San Francisco will get the ball to start the second half offensively after their defense gave him a huge boost of energy. On the last play of the first half, when Randall Watts, who is 1 sack away from tying the single game record in league history, 3.5 sacks and a forced fumble in the first half, the recovery made and returned for a touchdown. And San Francisco could tie the game if they score here on this drive. 2 receivers and 2 backs in the backfield for Red Feather. Hand off to Urban. Blocks picked up, and Michael Urban picks up 3 to the 31. Eddie Gage on the tackle. Very, very, very quiet half for Eddie Gage. Baltimore's defense, Kenneth Lyons, Michael Sims, Eddie Gage, Joe Lynn, Joe Dazzo, Henry Hittner. A talented group that some may say has underachieved this year. Red Feather back to pass, 2nd and 7, deep drop back going downtown to Cooley, who caught it in double coverage. 4 catches, 64 yards for James Cooley on the night. Gold Star going up and getting it for himself. A double move. Joe Lynn and Kenneth Lyons on the coverage, but no one played the ball better than James Cooley. A picture-perfect catch. Baltimore's defense coming in, 26 points a game allowed. That is 5th best in the league. 399 yards of offense allowed. That is 4th best in the league. Or 5th best, I apologize. That's intercepted! Intercepted by Hittner! First down, Krabs! A bad time to throw an interception if you're Joseph Redfeather with all the momentum on your side. And Hittner stepped right in front of that one and took it away. Hittner, 27 tackles on the season. It's his first career interception. First and 10 of the 42, and Snyder lost a yard. And guess who was there to make the stop? Randall Watts. This guy's playing out of his mind, the former roller. Who was on the outside looking in this offseason, trying to find a team. Second down and 11, and Dazzo back to pass, cuts it short. Andrew Ball was playing coverage. He makes the tackle. There are the numbers on the quarterbacks tonight. First mistake out of Joseph Redfeather, and I don't think many would have expected Mike Dazzo to outthrow Joseph Redfeather through 2 quarters. Four receivers now on 3rd and 7. 5 in the box for San Francisco. They rushed 4. And Dazzo hit as he threw. It's picked. Andrew Ball picks off Mike Dazzo in wall-to-wall coverage. Quick, the intended receiver, and a bang-bang play. Andrew Ball comes down with it, and Baltimore gives it right back. A rare second-half interception from Mike Dazzo. We usually see Daz lights out in the 3rd and 4th quarters, and Quick can't believe it. Cooley top of the screen. One-on-one coverage with Lions. They hand it off to Urban. Urban in the open field had one man to beat, and he was gone. Gain of 7. 2nd and 3 of the 38. Michael Urban has not been horrible tonight. Has made some plays. Redfeather, with only 2 weapons now, has struggled a bit. Least amount of weapons he's had in his 3-year SFL career. 2nd down and 3. Draw play goes to Urban. He lost 2. That's not going to work against this Crabs interior line as Engelberger makes the stop. 3rd and 5. Third down and 5. Redfeather back to pass against a 3-man rush. Redfeather checks it down. Urban fell over. This guy is just having a really rough year. And off the interception again, San Francisco does absolutely nothing. A crazy stat. San Francisco has 0 points off turnovers this season. Isn't that incredible? I mean, they just have not taken advantage of opposing teams' mistakes. The all-time low for points off turnovers in a season in the SFL is 24. That was back in the first season, Dallas's defense. First and 10 for Baltimore at the 34, following that terrific defensive stop. Dazzo back to pass. Swing pass. Oh! Andrew Ball, forgive my excitement, read that play and nearly took it back to the house. And boy, would that have been a story if San Francisco got a fumble recovery for a touchdown and a pick 6 in this game. Right now, it seems like that's the only way they're going to beat Baltimore, because the Crab defense continues to be stellar. Out that in the slot. quick to the bottom of the screen. Andrew Ball has woken up here in the second half. As they hand it off to Snyder. Snyder churns ahead for a first down. Krabs hasn't had many of those tonight. Or at least not as many as he's used to. This is just some tough running from Snyder. Keeping those legs churning. Arrington on the tackle.
First and 10. Ball at the 24-yard line.
5 wide receiver set. Empty backfield for Dazzo. Dazzo lofts it short. Pass caught. Nice 8-yard gain to the San Francisco 48. That play came together nicely. Baltimore's offense, #1 in the league. Coming into tonight, 36.3 points per game. Just 14 thus far. 2 touchdown passes from Mike Dazzo. Elliott Snyder has not reached the end zone. Pass caught. There is a penalty marker. Big hit by Andrew Ball inside the San Francisco 40. Let's check the penalty.
Pass interference. Number 52. Defense. The penalty is declined.
Another man having a quiet night tonight is Gage Wilson. Haven't heard much. Polly Dixon on the catch. That penalty declined. First down Baltimore at the San Francisco 38.
First and 10.
19 carries, 76 yards for Elliott Snyder. 4 yards a carry. Nothing, it's not bad numbers, just not what we're typically used to seeing out of Snyder as he runs out of bounds after a 2-yard gain. 7:42 to go in the third quarter. Next Krabs home game, Sunday, August 31st versus the Grand Rapids Rollers. 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, here on Crab Radio 96.1 WBCR The Drive. And on the SFL Network on Twitch. Dazzo to throw, swings it out to Snyder. Getting involved more in the passing game, but they just can't find the room. Gain of only 1, Andrew Ball on the tackle, 3rd and 7 now. It'd be a 52-yard field goal from here, so you would think that Baltimore needs at least some yardage. Randall Watts, 3.5 sacks in the first half, 1 away from the record, has been quiet so far in the third. 5 wide for the Krabs. Dazzo's had a good night, or a decent night. Back to pass over the middle. Caught. Did get more yards, but it's going to bring up a very long field goal, 48 yards away. Krabs' only team in league history to make a 50-plus yard kick with a non-star kicker. San Francisco kicked one from 48 earlier tonight. It hit the right upright. This one looks to be from 47 yards away. To go back up by 2 scores, Baltimore's kick is good. Just over the crossbar, Kevin Epstein. And Baltimore pushes their lead back to double digits for the first time in the second half. Epstein had to watch that one. That one very close. Right in that bottom right-hand pocket of the goalpost. (17 to 7). From the 10-yard line, San Francisco on the return. And won't get much, only a return to the 28. CasualAdultGamers.com is an official partner of the Simulation Football League. Talented players play in the best NFL league ever assembled on All Pro, like Dazzo 0007, Dazzo 47, Eddie Gage. Who else do we got in here tonight? San Antonio, TJ Cag SFL. All you guys. Man, I wouldn't want to play you. Michael Urban takes a 7-yard gain. Casual Adult Gamers, find out how you can get on the Wall of Champions at casualadultgamers.com. 2nd and 3 for San Francisco. Fire Dragon Gold, you need to give us some love on Twitter. We will do the same. If you'd like an advertisement during broadcasts, just let me know. Everything's free around here. 6 minutes to go in the third, 2nd and 3 at the 35. 2 receiver set, 2 in the backfield, and Urban's going to take it on a draw. And how many times we see Michael Urban get nothing on the draw play? Brewer on the stop. 5:40 to go. Another 3rd and short situation. Cooley, surprisingly, only 6 targets in the passing game. Has caught 4 of them for 64 yards. He's now in press coverage with Kenneth Lyons. Back to pass. Going deep down the field is incomplete. Redfeather just needed to put a little bit more juice on that pass, and Cooley might have had a touchdown. Instead, Baltimore's defense comes away with yet another stop. And San Francisco will have to kick it away. Can you believe the Orlando Intimidators want a plug on Baltimore Crabs broadcasts? In your dreams. Have fun basking in your former glory. You're in 4th place now, right? 1st and 10 to the Baltimore 28, 5:18 to go in the third. Three wide receiver set, 2 in the backfield for Daz. And Dazzo, 3-step drop, fires it short, quick, with a 4-yard catch, but nearly picked off by Andrew Ball, who was coming in like a flaming missile. Randall Watts, 7 tackles, 3.5 sacks tonight. Safe to say those are career-high numbers. 2nd and 6. Dazzo to pass. Swings it out to Snyder. He's got a blocker in front of him, and Andrew Ball spun him backwards. And Snyder is going to lose 2 forward progress back at the 30-yard line. And Andrew Ball, everything on the left-hand side has been shut down. He has made a difference, the former star. Not letting Elliott Snyder get away out of the backfield. 4 wide receiver set for Dazzo. Back to pass. Dazzo going deep, and Quick is wide open. Get those toes in, son! And Jordan Gray was hurt on the play. Jordan Gray, the other defensive end for San Francisco. Jordan Gray really has had a very underwhelming season. And he was the most dominant defensive lineman in the league last year. Hand off on a draw counter. Snyder breaks through a tackle and picks up 5. Ahmad Arrington on the stop. Dazzo, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions tonight. And off to Snyder, no gain. Another 3rd down forced by the San Francisco defense, which, as I mentioned, a very quiet night for Gage Wilson, who is usually the leader of this team.
3rd and 4 from your crowd, 49.
He's right there in the middle of that 4-3 look. Two receivers. Snyder going to get the carry around the right-hand side and could not break the tackle. We see Snyder break those all the time in San Francisco. Moody on the stop. Forces the Crabs into a punt again.
Your crowd has selected the punt. Allen is deep to receive.
Let's block the play, y'all. Let's go, let's go. Let's go.
Crabs kick it away. From the 12, San Francisco is going to start deep. First and long for, or 1st and 10, a long way to go for San Francisco here. 2:36 remaining. You're watching Baltimore Crabs and San Francisco Bulldogs Simulation Football League action on the SFL Network on Twitch. I'm your play-by-play commentator and league commissioner Cameron Irvine as Red Feather's pass is caught for a 1st down. Baltimore, the #1 offense in the league, scoring 36.3 points per game. Just 17 on the night. Snyder, I believe, is still short of 100 yards rushing as well. Kenneth Lyons on the stop, but not before San Francisco move the chains.
1st and 10. Ball 24 yards.
Two receivers. Red Feather, swing pass. Michael Urban's got some room, but a great job by Joe Dazzo. Jordan Gray has cramps. Oh, man. That's hilarious. Sorry, I don't know why I think that's so funny, but just the fact he may return because of cramps. Oh, that's a little cruel of me. I apologize. Jordan Gray has cramps. He may return. 3 receivers, 2 in the backfield after only the 1-yard gain. Fantastic pursuit from Joe Dazzo. Red Feather got slammed. 5-yard completion to the 30. Third and 4, 1:05 to go in the 3rd. Red Feather, 3-step drop, swings it out, short pass is caught by Cooley. 1st down again at the San Francisco 38. Lions on the tackle, but again, too little too late there for the Crabs D. San Francisco just continues to hang tight in this game.
Let's go. 1st and 10 from the Bulldogs, 38 yards.
3 receivers, top of the screen. Red Feather out of the shotgun. 4-3-4. Red Feather has time, short drop back, and quickly receiver is put down by Joe Lynn. 2nd down and 9 to the 39.
2nd and 8.
Down to 20 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Draw play, Michael Urban, and he's slammed in the backfield for a loss of 2. More terrific Baltimore Crabs defense, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. San Francisco still trailing by 10, looking for the offense to do something. This is Crab Radio. 96.1 The Drive. We'll be back to Wayland Corporate Field after a word from our sponsors.
Eating shrimp at Red Lobster It's a fantastic experience. 30 shrimp for $11.99. I can't imagine anything better. You're getting a ton of shrimp and it tastes really good.
Hurry into Red Lobster's 30 shrimp for just $11.99. Choose any 2 of 5 savory shrimp selections, like mango jalapeno shrimp and Parmesan crunch shrimp. 2 delicious shrimp selections on 1 plate, all with salad and unlimited Cheddar Bay biscuits. 30 shrimp, just $11.99 for a limited time.
Wow, that's a lot of shrimp. I'm Ryan Stewart. I'm the ultimate shrimp lover, and I see food differently.
Fantastic job, but people expect me to come out here and be upset, so I'm going to kick some dirt. You understand? Yeah, I understand that. Well, lately I've been feeling happy and content. Yeah, you seem different.
Lou is really giving it to him.
You better kick me out of this game. I've got a reputation to uphold. Fine, you're out of here. Say hello to the missus.
I will. You do the same. Drinking water makes you feel better and a lot less irritable, so make your body happy. Drink Aquafina.
Baltimore Crabs football on 96.1 The Drive is brought to you by Motel 6. We'll leave the light on for you. By Red Lobster, seafood differently. By the Red Roost Crab House and Restaurant, the original all-you-can-eat crab house. And by Under Armour, we must protect this house. Third down and 11 for San Francisco to start the fourth. 4 wide receivers for the Bulldogs. And Redfeather takes a low snap, in trouble off his back foot. It's intercepted! Stepping in front of the pass is Joe Lynn. First down to the San Francisco 41. Give me some of that crab call. Joe Lynn stepped in front and just took it away. Took a big risk on that play, because if he would have read that ball wrong, it would have been a touchdown for San Francisco. And the Crabs defense does it again. Snyder, 22 carries, 83 yards, 3.8 yards a carry this evening. Joe Lynn's second pick of the year, and the second interception throw by Redfeather tonight as Snyder takes the handoff and picks up just 2 yards. Snyder, 4 straight 200-yard games, and he's short of 100 right now. Last time Baltimore got a pick, Andrew Ball countered and grabbed one of his own. But this time Baltimore nearing scoring position just like that. 2nd and 8 from the 38. Snyder going to get a carry again around the right-hand side. It's only a matter of time before this guy breaks a tackle and busts it loose. Only a gain of 1. Smith on the tackle. Be an interesting matchup when the Crabs face Grand Rapids in their home finale. Grand Rapids' defense #1 against the run. #1 defense overall. Draw play on 3rd and 7. Snyder not even close. And they are short of field goal range and have to punt. And Randall Watts is there on the stop. This guy has had an incredible day. I have never seen Randall Watts play this well. I mean, he was left for dead in the offseason. Looked like he might be on the verge of retirement. And this guy has been impressive. Inside the 10-yard line, and the defender fell over. What are you doing? First down at the 20. A not top play nominee. Randall Watts from Grand Rapids played for Central Michigan, where he was a brute force on the defense. Wears number 92 in honor of his favorite NFL legend, Reggie White. Redfeather steps up and threw it right to Henry Hittner. Another Crab interception. Hittner's second of the day, and Baltimore's in the Red Lobster red zone. I mean, Henry Hittner is on an island. A horrible pass from Redfeather. And you've got to think Baltimore is going to capitalize here and start to separate themselves in this ball game. San Francisco has been close for far too long. Hittner on bobblehead night. On the night the contest is all about him stepping up with 2 picks. Hand off to Snyder, and Dorsett and the rest of the defense clobbers him for a loss of 3. I never thought I'd see the day that Snyder would be buried as much as he's been tonight. 3 receivers now for San Francisco. 10:45 to go in the 4th. Dazzo dropping back to pass. He checks it down to Outdad, who's been very quiet. 3 catches, 30 yards. How about Quick's night, though? 10 grabs, 170 yards, and a touchdown. Nick Quick saying, why didn't I get the bobblehead? Third and 8 from the 14. 5 wide receivers. Dazzo back to pass. Dazzo's pass caught short of the markers. Fourth and inches. Do you think about going for this here? Baltimore going to play it safe. They know San Francisco can't score. They'll take the points and move on. A chip shot from 23. And the Crabs field goal is good. 20-7 now. Excellent game from Henry Hittner. But Randall Watts has kind of stolen the show. Even though Baltimore is winning this game, he has just been fantastic. .9:37 remaining. Red Feather now 3 interceptions tonight. Struggling without that second star wide receiver. James Cooley getting smothered. So Baltimore gets a field goal out of their first trip into the Red Lobster Red Zone Seafood differently. Red Lobster, an official partner of the Baltimore Crabs. Three receivers. Hand off Michael Urban. And Urban picks up only 2 to the 28-yard line. Week 8. This here in the SFL will begin on Saturday. Just don't know which game exactly. Kahlua will face San Francisco. Orlando travels to Dallas, and New York goes to Grand Rapids, and probably the most intriguing matchup of the 3 next week. As Red Feather is sacked, and Urban saying, I'm open. Rare sack for Baltimore tonight. Jeff Lawson at defensive end applies the pressure, and it's 3rd and long. And San Francisco, you really thought if they capitalized on the momentum that they got at the end of the first half, they'd give themselves a legit shot, but their offense just has not had a rhythm all night long as Red Feather drops to throw. Red Feather deep down the middle, incomplete. Off the hands of the intended receiver, Frank Hubbard, and another 3 and out. For San Francisco. Joe Lynn, there on the stop, having one of his better games of the season. Well, unless something crazy happens, it looks like Baltimore, once again, nothing crazy, no blowout on the table, but the Crabs, 5-0, churning along, setting up in a couple of weeks the game of the year as Baltimore will travel to New York, where the Knights are undefeated. That game 2 Sundays away. Baltimore will start from their own 45, and now they just have to take care of it. And how much of a beating can the Bulldog defense continue to take with Snyder? Like the league on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels at /SimulationFL. You can also check out the league with daily website updates at simulationfl.com. Snyder tackled in the backfield, now down to 3.1 yards a carry. From that perspective, San Francisco's game plan has worked, and no doubt Andrew Ball has been a nice addition to this team. But now they got to figure out how to get the offense moving in recent weeks, as their game next week against Kahlua is going to be a win-or-go-home situation. Gage Wilson on the tackle. 5-yard gain for Snyder, 3rd and 6. You know, some games you get the sense that a comeback is going to happen. Tonight you just don't get that sense. Baltimore has been pretty dominant all night. Have made a couple of bad mistakes, but have really played a very well game, or a very good game, as Dazzo swings it outside. Out that, got the first down. Way to get past the sticks. Who dat? Out dat. Into the Bulldog territory at the 45. 4th grab, and San Francisco is challenging. What?
The Bulldogs are challenging the spot of the ball.
They're challenging whether he got the first down. Are you kidding me? Let's take a look. This has been a topic of conversation all throughout Football Sunday today. He got it right there. His foot's still in. I don't understand. Should be call stand.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The Bulldogs will not be charged with a timeout. 4th down.
That's a joke. That's a joke. What evidence do you have to overturn the call? His foot was still in, and the ball was across the sticks. And Baltimore's going to go for it. They say enough of this foolishness. We're tired of this game being close. Time to punch him in the mouth. 4th and inches at the 45. Snyder takes a carry, and he didn't get it. San Francisco's defense erupts as Randall Watts again. Why are you running to the side of Randall Watts? And Watts wasn't there to make the tackle, but he was there on the ground, slowing down Snyder. Ball made the tackle. And now San Francisco with good field position. We have not gotten a report on Jordan Gray on whether he has returned to the game or not, unless my memory escapes me. 7:20 to go. It's still 20-7. Counter San Francisco. Michael Urban breaks a tackle. Michael Urban is still going. First down of the Baltimore 38. Longest run of the night for Urban. In what universe does Michael Urban pick up 18 yards and Elliott Snyder is dropped to the backfield for a loss? In what universe? Henry Hittner on the tackle. Hittner with 2 picks today as well. Trying to fill up the stat sheet as best he can for the competition. 4 wide receivers. Redfeather changing the play, back to throw. Redfeather checks it down. Here comes the defense. Loss of 1. Joe Dazzo. This guy's pursuit is phenomenal. The old man still has some legs. Second and long. 6:20 to go. On the 39, outside of scoring position. Redfeather, 3-step drop. Looking for somebody open. There's nobody. Checks it down to Urban. That's a 3-yard loss. Oh, that's right. Cramps. Jordan Gray with cramps. I'm sure he's back in by now. 3rd and long, 5:55 to go. You got to think if San Francisco can't take advantage of that brilliant field position, they don't stand a chance. Redfeather on 3rd and 14, down 20-7. Back to pass against the blitz. Redfeather is sacked from behind. Joe Dazzo, the Dazzinator. Sack on the play, 4th and long. And the Baltimore defense continues to smack San Francisco around here on Football Sunday. San Francisco just doesn't have enough from the 10. And swallowed up at the 12-yard line. .504 remaining. Motel 6 reminds you of the upcoming schedule. Sunday, August 31st, Baltimore will take on Grand Rapids. 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Before that, Baltimore will have a bye and 2 weeks to prepare for New York. Three receiver set. A lot of room between the receivers and the defenders. Pass is caught for a gain of 7. There are the quarterback numbers. Joseph Redfeather, a night to forget. Dazzo now 254 passing yards on a night that Elliott Snyder has struggled. And Randall Watts, who had 3.5 sacks in the first half, nada tonight in the second half. 4-4 look. 8 in the box for the Bulldogs. Showing a blitz as well. And Snyder is going to get past it and pick up a crab. First down to the 25. And first downs are very key at this juncture. First and 10 of the 25, 3 in the backfield. Dazzo swings it out to Snyder. This time, Snyder's got some open room. First down to the 41, a gain of 16. Best passing play of the night for the Crabs. Playing keep away with San Francisco right now.
What do you say about his company?
95.8 rating for Dazzo tonight. His career high, 101, and that was in the first game against New York. Snyder, slow developing play, nearly broke it outside. Marcus Dorsett makes the tackle. Snyder picks up only 3. 4 minutes and counting. That is the more important stat right now. Baltimore up 2 scores, a very similar situation as we saw in our earlier game.
Second and 6. Ball up at 45 yards.
Down. 6. I'm on your legs. Move. Good.
Second and 7. Dazzo to throw. Pump fake, deep ball, wobbler caught by Quick, who has been sensational. This guy is catching everything in the building. I mean, laying out. Quick, not quite 240 yards, but now has a new career high for receptions, 11. has 5 touchdowns on the season as well, which is tied with Thomas Gunner and Demetrius Outdat atop the leaderboards. Hand off to Snyder. Snyder lost a yard. 94 yards on 32 carries. Dorsett another tackle. But Baltimore is going to be able to take this down all the way to the 2-minute warning. Crabs have proven they can win just about any way.
2nd and 10 from the Bulldogs, 37 yards.
Down! Sit! I hope you want extra pass today. Double time. Right up! You got Ibex!
Hand off Snyder, right-hand side. Just 1 yard gain. And we come down to the 2-minute warning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're home to the Crab Call. This is Baltimore Radio WBCR, The Drive. Third down and 10 with 2 minutes to go. San Francisco going to have to start burning some timeouts. And Baltimore nearly in field goal range. This game very similar to Dallas and Oklahoma City earlier this afternoon, a 13-point game with 2 minutes remaining. Dazzo will pass, trying to play keep away, caught first down to the 25-yard line, timeout, San Francisco, who dat, out dat. San Francisco going to have to exhaust their timeouts now. Their only touchdown of the night. A fumble return for a score on the last play of the first half. In the backfield, Snyder. Cuts back in the middle. Gains just 1. San Francisco down to 1 timeout. Bulldog defense has done their job tonight, but their offense did not. And Baltimore escapes. They've got 3 games left on the schedule, and it's a difficult schedule. Host Grand Rapids, at New York, at Oklahoma City. 2nd down and 9, hand off to Snyder. Snyder picks up 4, and the Bulldogs are out of timeouts. Which means that even if Baltimore has to settle for a field goal, the Bulldogs won't get the ball back till about a minute to go. Randall Watts in the first half, 7 tackles, 3.5 sacks. Only had 1 tackle in the second half. Talk about an offensive line adjustment for the Crabs. Hand off to Snyder, and he easily could have had the first down there. Snyder just not seeing the lanes tonight, not having a good evening. So the Crabs will run this all the way down to about a minute to go, and more than likely take a 16-point lead.
Epstein will come in to attempt a field goal from the 22-yard line. Blake on the hold.
Let's go, D! That's what we stand for!
From 39 yards away. He missed it. Are you kidding me? Kevin Epstein misses the 39-yarder as he pushed it to the right side. We have seen multiple kicks missed today in the final couple of minutes. Just leaving the door open for teams. So the Bulldogs out of timeouts, 1:02 to go. Down by 13. Red Featherback to pass, swings it outside. That is not going to do anything. San Francisco's offense just miserable tonight. Red Feather back to pass, deep drop back, all kinds of time, goes deep down the field, nearly intercepted by Eddie Gage, who does not have one tonight, seems like everybody else does. 3rd and 10. And this drive may end rather quickly. San Francisco will drop to 1-4. 7th place in the league. 2 games out of a playoff spot with 3 games to go. They would need a tremendous turnaround, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. 4 receivers on a 3rd down and 10. Crowd hasn't been that loud tonight. Deep ball is through the hands or behind James Cooley. Can't kick himself, so he kicks the air. 4th and 10. Four receivers for Red Feather, last hurrah, and the pass is short of the sticks. And that pretty much sums up San Francisco's offensive evening. 1 kneel down will do it. That was pretty sad right there. Dan Stevens, Peter O'Keefe coming up to your post-game highlights, stats, and analysis. Baltimore once again, no blowout, but another solid double-digit win as they move to 5-0 and head into their final bye week of the season before 3 tough games on the road to the SFL playoffs. And with the win tonight, we'll have to check our records, but Baltimore 1 win away from clinching a playoff spot. It's been a heck of a day on Football Sunday. We set a new viewer record with 24. Had 20 plus most of the night here. We appreciate all your support of the Simulation Football League. Game recap up next. This has been a presentation of Baltimore Radio WBCR The Drive.
And that will do it for tonight's game. The Crabs come out on top 20-7. With this one in the books, let's take a look back at some of the action. So, the ball game is over. Let's take a quick look back at how it went with our post-game show. Let's get started in this one early in the 3rd quarter. Number 55 shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. The Crabs on D, number 35, would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. Midway through the 3rd, the Crabs up by 7. Epstein sets up the field goal attempt from just about the parking lot. That has a lot of leg, though. He's got it. They're now up by 10. The Bulldogs, now in the 4th quarter, number 26, shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. The Bulldogs back 17-7. Number 55 would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. After driving 9 yards on 3 plays, Epstein would come on and connect on the field goal try. The Crabs connect on their 2nd field goal. After a stop on 4th down, the Bulldogs down by 13. Number 22 would find an opening here, and he was off. The Crabs, late in the 4th quarter, number 7 would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. Unfortunately, they could not capitalize on the play. And that's where we'll have to leave this one. The Crabs come away with a win, 20-7. So then, it's time to give recognition to our 2K Sports Player of the Game.
Number 3 proved once again why he's one of the best. He was the focus of the offense in this one, making big catch after big catch on his way to some big numbers. When a receiver asserts himself like that, it doesn't go unnoticed.
For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
The Baltimore Crabs don't win pretty, but they get the victory. They're 5th in a row. They still have never lost as a franchise here in the SFL. 20-7 win over San Francisco, who had just 9 first downs and 4 yards away from being a record worst 179 total yards of offense tonight. 1.5 yards a carry, 4.5 yards a pass. An attempt is just awful. 2.6 yards a carry for Baltimore's running game. That may be a record that is never broken. Crabs 50% on third down. That was huge. 7 of 14 tonight. Baltimore stays balanced, 40 and 37. They dominated this game, 77 to 57 in terms of offensive plays. Had 7 yards of field position. Both teams had 3 turnovers in a very defensive contest. Passing, Joseph Redfeather, quite possibly his worst game of his career. Not a coincidence. The game after losing all-time teammate Freeman Goodspeed in a trade to Dallas. 19 of 32, 144, 3 interceptions. Dazzle was sacked 5 times, which is the sack of the first 4 games this year, but threw for 301 yards. Elliott Snyder, after 4 straight 200-plus yard performances, ends up with 98 on 36 carries. Urban once again falls flat, 23 carries for 35 yards. No doubt the player of the game tonight, brought to you by Under Armour, Protect This House, was Nick Quick. 11 receptions, 189 yards, and a score. Michael Urban, 7 for 8. Cooley, 6 for 79 on 10 targets. Well defended all night pretty much from Baltimore. Out at 5 for 47 and a touchdown. Snyder 5 for 20 on the evening. Pay attention. These are Henry Hittner's numbers for the contest. Henry Hittner, 4 tackles, 5 assisted. That's 9. 2 interceptions. That's 11. 13 yards. That's 24. And I believe tackles for loss would make it 25. Am I missing any numbers, TJ? I believe that's 25. If you're not counting long interception yards and average interception yards, 25 would be the number. I'll let you think on it. In regards to the actual game, Andrew Ball, 10 tackles in his first game as a Bulldog. Arrington, 8 tackles. Randall Watts still, despite a quiet second half, brilliant. 8 tackles, 3.5 sacks. That's a new season record. Marcus Dorsett, 7 tackles, 4 assisted. Joe Lynn, 6 tackles. He had an interception tonight as well. That's your ball game. 20-7. Baltimore 5-0. San Francisco 1-4. From all of us at Wayland Corporate Field and from our SFL studios in San Antonio, Texas, I'm Cameron Irvine saying have a great weekend, great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you back here on the SFL Network on Saturday afternoon at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm Cameron Irvine. This has been a presentation of Simulation Football League.